Come on, Sebastian, bring that stuff. Oh, hi, listen, you know, we're having a closeout sale. Actually, we were thinking about garage sale, but we don't have a garage. Basically, it's all the stuff that we've accumulated, right? I mean, we got stuff, it's amazing. Look at this. Isn't that beautiful? Anyway, hey, wait a minute. Is that Rachel Ray? Anyway, we got a lot of... What the hell's David Hasselhoff doing here? Anyway, it's a sale, but not a sale, because tomorrow, what we're doing is we're putting it out now, but tomorrow we're giving it away. Anybody wants anything, come on down and get some of the Tony Danza show. I'm Tony Danza, and we're live at the Liquid Danza.
It's the Tony Danza Show. On today's show, meet the press moderator and best-selling author, Tim Russert. Tony's in the kitchen with the great Lidia Bastianich. And another group of deserving students is surprised with a schoolroom makeover. Now, here's your host, Tony Danza.
Hello, folks. Thank you very much. Hi. Thank you very much. You know, as they say, park it. Hey, you know, I had to make it. See how cool I was walking out? You know, anybody watches the show knows I have to run all the way around. You see how cool I was? Hey, how about that, right? We're going to have a giveaway sale. It's a total liquidanza, it's called. Yeah, I mean, we're going to give away. You know what? I was looking around the office, and, you know, over 2 years, you accumulate so much stuff. I mean, just, it's amazing. There's pictures, there's things. And my uncle was here the other day, my Uncle Phil. And he saw this big picture of me. He said, oh, that's a beautiful picture. He said, could I have it? I said, what the hell are you going to do with it, Unc? He said, no, I want it. So now I think we're going to take everything, all those pictures, all the promotional stuff, everything from the Tony Danza show, put it out in the street and give it away tomorrow. How's that sound? Give it away. Because it seems to me that you throwing it out will be better than me throwing it out. Anyway, listen, welcome to the show, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. And thank you for that warm welcome. I appreciate it. We got a great show today. Tim Russert is here. So excited. Let's see. Oh, and listen, Lydia's here, Lidia Bastianich. And our last, and, you know, one of the things that I really loved about the show is the schoolroom makeovers that we did. And we have our last one today. It's terrific. It's the Science High School in Newark. So, anyway. All right, so did you watch Idol, American Idol? I watched it in the middle of the night. I think they both sang one song good. The other two songs, right? Wouldn't you say? So, okay, sure, just applause. Taylor. The other one. What do you want from me? You know, my audience is too close to call. It's amazing. Speaking of great performances, I got hooked on that Met game last night. It ended at 12:30, 16 innings. They came through. The Yankees won also. Speaking of Mets, you know, the other day we had one of the great guys around, Paul LaDuca, on the show. He caught all 16 innings last night, too. He's sore today. But here he is at a school working out and, you know, trying to give back and doing something at a school. So way to be, Paul. That's great. That's great. We have a giveaway. The Ridley Scott movie, The Kingdom of Heaven, they sent over for everybody in the audience. Very nice. Wow, the packaging is so cool. Anyway, thanks to 20th Century Fox. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. In keeping with our giveaway, oh, you're going to hate not being here out there in the studio audience because, you know, one of the things you do is you have a lot of T-shirts, right? We got to give them away. They're going to go in the garbage, so everybody's going to get a T-shirt today. They're going. We lost our lease. What else did we do? It's the, closeout. Everything must go. What's the story, Jerry? If you come down and show your union card, you go... Yeah, some people are old enough to remember that. Did you notice today in the New York Post, they're talking about 24, that they're now doing things like they do in Lost. They're putting these little clues in. So supposedly if you watch real carefully, and I do, you see, like on a pad, it said, Jack is dead, and there's a couple of other little things, and then so we were looking real close. Look what we found. Notice what time it is on the bottom and what time it is on his watch. Uh-oh. Heads will roll. I said that this morning. Something happened. I said, if I wasn't fired, heads would roll here out there. Hey, congratulations to Charles Gibson, one of the great guys. They gave him the spot on the anchor spot. You'll be great. Congratulations, Charlie. And if there's an opening on Good Morning America, it's near here, isn't it? It's close, right? Oh, I want to tell you about my little girl Emmy. Little Emmy news. You know, she was in a mock trial. The 7th grade does a mock trial, and they all take parts. And she was a lawyer. She was a lawyer, and she won Best Cross-Examiner. Right? Now, let me tell you what. And I've been saying this because with my first daughter, with Katie, you know, if you have like a disagreement, it would be like a 2 or 3 exchanges. Why? This why, well, one more time why, and then it's over. With Emmy, it's like an hour and a half. You gotta, you go back and forth, and she's like, it's like living with Clarence Darrow or something, you know. So and he called Mr. Bernstein, the teacher. And if you remember, this is the teacher. I just remembered this. This is the teacher who put on, he's a history teacher. He put on a movie. He started the movie in the middle. He watched it, he made them watch it for 10 minutes and then said to them, what's it about? And they said, well, we don't know. We didn't see the beginning. He said, that's why you have to know about history. He's a pretty good teacher. But he called her a pit bull. And now that's her nickname. She's pit bull. She wants to kill. She's so mad. She used to be soccer chick. She's going to kill me. Right now, she's like, I'm going to kill him. But anyway, way to be, Emmy. Way to be. I want a lawyer. I need a lawyer. I need a lawyer. A built-in lawyer. That would be great. Hey, listen, Relay for Life is a national fundraising effort on behalf of the American Cancer Society. This was brought to our attention by Tay McLaren and his wife, Pamela Lignadier, of the Newburgh chapter, which is sponsored by the Walden Savings Bank in Orange County, New York. To find out how to support your local chapter, please go to cancer.org. It's a great cause, ladies and gentlemen. What else we got? Senator Lloyd Bentsen passed away. Remember, he was the one who told Dan Quayle, I know Jack Kennedy. I worked with Jack Kennedy. I served with Jack Kennedy. Senator, you know Jack Kennedy. He didn't quite say it like that, but he said it. Oh, by the way, the board is on eBay, and the latest bid is $1. So we're doing great. We're doing great. You know what it is? I think people understand that it's going to cost, in the interest of total openness, it's going to cost a little bit to ship that baby. So anyway, I think it's like an $800 minimum or something. A couple of people that were on the show. Bob Dylan. Oh, he wasn't on the show, but I boxed him. Remember when I boxed Bob Dylan? Do you believe this? One time I was boxing. A guy said, you got a little left? I said, sure, he got it. It was Bob Dylan. And then when I hit him, I said, how does it feel? Anyway. But it's his birthday. Bob Dylan, Priscilla Presley, Patti LaBelle, and Alfred Molina, who all did the show. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Happy birthday. All right, time to play the game. Where a home viewer can win up to $5,000 on a Disney Visa gift card. It's a little game we like to call... Okay, on the phone we have Bennett Warfield from Southfield, Michigan. Bennett, how you doing?
Just great. How you doing?
I'm terrific, thank you. Let's see, how's the weather in Michigan?
Oh, it's pretty sunny outside, a little on the cool side, but good.
All right, good. Well, okay, we're going to find out how much you're playing for. We have our audience member, Puck Dropper. Here's Lindsay D'Alessandro from Glen Head, Long Island. Hi, take a puck, Lindsay. Here we go, Ben. Oh, yeah, stay in the middle. Stay in the middle. Oh, pretty good. Bennett, you're playing for $3,500 on a Disney Visa gift card. In which subject are you an expert?
The Little Rascals!
Little Rascals. I love the Little Rascals. I love Butch. That's who I liked. All right. Which character appeared in the most Little Rascals shorts?
Farina Hoskins!
That's right, Farina. You're right. That's right, $3,500. Farina. Wow, I thought it was Spanky. All right, so you get $3,500 on a Disney Visa gift card, and Lindsay, you get a $200 gift certificate to Omaha Steaks. Thank you. Thanks very much.
Thanks, man.
Okay, Tim Russert is here, but first, Here's our countdown to the future.
Tony, you can put down first. I'm going to beat you.
Really excited. Our first guest wears many hats. He's the moderator and managing editor of Meet the Press. He has his own show on NBC. He's the Washington bureau chief for NBC News. He's a mover and a shaker. If that weren't enough, he's also a best-selling author. His first book, Big Russ and Me, was #1 on the New York Times bestseller list. And his latest is Wisdom of Our Fathers, Lessons and Letters from Daughters and Sons. It hit the bookstores yesterday. Please welcome Tim Russert. Oh, yes. Hello, Big Tim. Welcome to the show, Tim.
Great to be here.
Thank you so much for being here. And so I want to talk about the book. I want to get some insights into some current events, of course. But let's talk about the book because, first of all, we have something in common.
We sure do.
We have garbage men fathers, right?
Yep.
Yeah. and it's the first book. You write the first. Tell people why you wrote the first book, Big Russ and Me.
I wrote a book called Big Russ and Me, Father and Son Lessons of Life, because my dad is someone special to me and I think to the country, although no one knew who he was. He left school in the 10th grade to go fight in World War II. He was involved in a terrible plane crash. His B-24 Liberator went down. Spent 6 months in a hospital. Then he came home with my mom, and they had a single mission, and that was to raise and educate their 4 kids. He worked 2 full-time jobs for 30 years, as a garbage man and a truck driver. And he never complained.
Right.
And he taught me more by his hard work, by his loyalty. Those were the lessons of life. He didn't say much.
Right.
You know.
No, you speak of this that when he finally finished reading the book, it took him a while to read the book, in fact. But there was a different kind of a goodbye one time at a family thing, right?
Yeah. The handshake went by the sidelines, and he gave me a bear hug and said, "I love you."
Right. And you'd never heard that before.
No. Changed my life. You know, he did say there was one mistake in the book, and I said, "Dad, I vetted this. I'm known for my preparation." He said, "You said I always say you got to eat." I said, "You do. You call me up on my birthday, 7 a.m. in the morning, and say, 'Happy birthday. You know, what are you having for dinner?' You got to eat." I said, "I haven't had breakfast yet. You got to eat. You got to eat." He said, "I know, but that's only half of it. I got that from Dr. Matty Burke. The full expression is, you got to eat if you're going to drink." Big Russ.
All right, so then you get to this book. What happens is that people respond. It's the #1 bestseller on the New York Times bestseller list. But people start to respond in ways that surprise you.
Tony, I'll tell you, I thought that Irish Catholics of Buffalo like myself would respond to it, or guys who, like you, who had a dad like Matt.
Right.
But as I went around the country, people say, making out the Big Mike, Big Mario, Big Manuel, Bigger. And then the letters started coming. 60,000 letters and emails from daughters and sons all across the country. The letters from the daughters are so passionate, so emotional. They're daddy's girls.
Sure.
I have 3 sisters, and they had a much different relationship with my dad than I have. And they started coming in, and I started reading them, and I said, these deserve to be remembered.
Right.
They are a roadmap to how to get it right. All of us want to be good parents. Right. Young parents, old parents. This book says, this is what matters to your kid. It's not the big, expensive vacation. It's not the material gift.
None of them are about what he gave me, except what he gave me in wisdom.
It's the small moment that made the big difference. Young Wilma from Ohio, little girl, always a worry ward. Her dad built her a little box.
I love this. Yeah, I
built her a little box and said, take every worry you have, write it down, and put it in this box. She said, "Why, Dad?" He said, "Just trust me." 2 weeks later, he opened the box up and said, "This one's gone.
Yeah.
This one doesn't matter.
He threw the ones away.
Understand, don't worry yourself."
Yeah, my wife always says I borrow troubles. That's what my wife's line is, yeah. But let me just read something. You know, I was reading, you know, of course, I read the book, and there's a lot of touching things, but I just left my daughter. Your son just finished his 2nd year, am I right, in college?
Yes, he did.
My daughter just finished her 1st year, and I remember bringing her this year. I cried for 4 days when I dropped her off at college.
The worst.
And there was one letter here that struck me, and it's called FUF. From a Ufada. And so at first I was like, they're making fun of the Italians. I got like that. But then I read it, and I'm going to do something that I've never done on the show, folks, because I need them. Here we go. All right. But I would just, if you don't mind.
I got mine, too.
If you don't mind, I'd just like to read just a little bit of this. And this is I think it says so much about the book. And like you said, it's a little long, but I'm sorry. Finally, after 17 years, the father with so much to tell this now young lady fails to tell her anything. One day, he takes her away to school. And again, with so much to say, he says nothing. But all the time, he's thinking. And it goes like this. Here she is, and I'm leaving. Did I teach her well? Has she listened to me? Have I set a good example? Can I leave her? Will she be all right? Will she know what to do? Does she know why she's here? Does she want to be here? All my questions have been answered, really. All I want for you is that you fully develop all your capabilities to the point that no matter what the future has in store for you, in the way of happiness, sorrow, children, marriage, grief, and unhappiness, that you will face it and have the resiliency to bounce back and face life as it really is, and to pass on to your children what has been passed on to you. So there, I'm proud of you. See you in a couple of weeks. From your father. I mean, I would want to say, I hope my daughter's watching, you know, as it says it all.
That was Elizabeth Weber, her dad, Milt. And it made such an impression on her. When my son went to college, I gave him a little note. I said, study hard, laugh often, and keep your honor.
Right.
And it's the kind of guidepost you keep offering your children. There's a friend of mine from Oklahoma who said, you know, the best sermons are not heard, they're seen.
What do you think?
And that's what our fathers did.
Right,
they showed us how to live our lives.
Okay, well, that's my question. What do you think it says about them? You know, Tom Brokaw did this with The Greatest Generation, right? He got them to talk. You know, my father was a Bronze Star Medal winner as well. Lost a brother in the war. Brother Tony, by the way. They didn't talk. And we can't help but talk, our generation. I mean, if you don't have some kind of thing wrong with you, you can't get on a magazine cover. But what does it say about them that they didn't talk? I mean,
there was an inner strength, a security. There was a silent goodness. And they showed us the way. Carrie Boswick wrote me a note, Tony. She said, I used to stutter. And my dad would reach around in the big car and from the back seat pull her up and say, honey, squeeze my hand. You're okay. Don't stutter. And she stopped. I can almost imagine today when she starts to stutter, she squeezes her own hand and can feel her dad. There's so many letters where Pat Franz wrote about his dad.
Let me come back. I got to take a break.
Okay.
But the stuttering line was a good one to end on. I wish I would have got in there. All right. More with Tim Russert when we come back, so don't go away.
Still to come, Chef Lidia Bastianich heats things up in Tony's kitchen. The voice.
It's wonderful.
That laugh. It can only be one person. Tony's with Fran Drescher. Plus, he's a singer, pianist, composer, and he's only 22. Music sensation Peter Scott. Next, Tony.
Okay, we're back with Tim Russert. All right, so Tim, I watch Meet the Press all the time. You started in '91. You took it over. This is something to take over. So there's a tremendous responsibility involved. Am I right? And now there must be a tremendous satisfaction with the way it's going. Am I on the money there?
The program's 59 years old. Right. It's the longest-running television program in the history of the world. It's to me, it's a national treasure, and I'm the temporary custodian.
And your technique now, Tim, there are times I want to reach into the TV and say, ask him again. Say, I don't believe that or something. But you never do. And so just tell people, because I think I have it how you do it.
What I do is I learn as much as I can about my guest and take the other side. And sometimes if I see they're saying something different than they had said a year ago or 2 years ago or breaking a campaign promise, I'll say, wait a minute, Senator.
I got it.
That's not what you said 2 years ago. Then I'll ask a question, and they'll give an answer, and I'll say, that's an interesting answer, but it doesn't quite answer my question, so let me ask my question again. If you do it the third time, and they're not answering, your instinct is to reach over and shake them.
Right.
But I don't want to make them sympathetic. The audience gets it. They'll say, that guy's not answering the question. My dad has a great word. I talk to him every Monday, and he'll say, I said, well, Dad, what'd you think of that guy? He'd say, he's a phoney. That's it. Big Russ tells you.
I like the thing that you do is you get them on the record. And then next time they come back, I mean, the classic one is Dick Cheney, of course, with the liberation and the bulletproof and all of that. Right. The other thing I want to talk about, now, if I ask you, what's the biggest problem facing the country?
I'll tell you what I think it is. The disconnect between what is going on in Washington, the poisonous debate between the politicians, and what I'm finding all across the country. This book reflects what all of us have gone through. The values we've been taught, the lessons we've been taught, respect, accountability. And so suddenly people get to Washington and they forget it. Iraq, 135,000 men and women on the ground. We have gas prices. We have immigration problem. That's not a Democratic problem, Republican problem,
So
liberal, conservative. What do you do in your family? You sit down.
Right, exactly. So this is what I'm saying. I'm saying the biggest problem, you know, I think global warming is a terrible problem. I think terrorism, my God, all these problems. But the big problem I see is lack of cohesion.
Right.
That we're not together on anything anymore. And does that reflect leadership? Not just the big guy, but everybody.
At every level. People in your family, if you sit down and say, all right, this is how much money we have, this is how we're going to spend it this week, you learn how to disagree agreeably, but you respect one another. You love one another. You're not afraid to walk on eggshells, or you don't say, well, my sister has that view, and I don't like my sister. How can we have a government, a country this big, with real problems where people won't talk to one another, won't respect one another? It's got to stop.
Now, what do you think about a root cause? Is there a cause? Is it money in politics?
In part. You also have 435 congressmen. 380 of them have secure seats. Right. They've been drawn so that if you're a Democrat or Republican, depending on the seat, you automatically get reelected. So all you have to worry about is someone in your own party challenging you. And so you play to the left or you play to the right, depending on your district. There's no incentive to reach across the aisle and do the common good. Remember growing up, what's common sense? Right. What's the common good? Can we find common ground? That's what it means. World War II, your dad, my dad, we were the 12th rated military in the world. Adolf Hitler, the Japanese attack us. We came together. Rosie the Riveter, Jimmy Doolittle, like never before.
If we come together, there's nothing we can do.
Nobody can stop us.
No, I know that. And by the way, just a little background. You were the chief of staff for Daniel Patrick Moynihan. And you worked for Cuomo as well.
Daniel Patrick Moynihan worked for 4 presidents. 2 Democrats, 2 Republicans.
It was different. They drank together. They hung out together. They had some kind of, you know, Kip O'Neillism or something. You know, that's important.
Yeah. Have your philosophies, have your views, but in the end, what's in the best interest of the country?
That's right. Okay, listen. Wisdom of our fathers and wisdom of Tim Russert. The lessons and letters from daughters and sons. It's in stores now. Meet the Press airs Sundays on NBC, and the show on CNBC is when is that on?
Saturday night.
Saturday night on CNBC. Busy guy. This is Tim Russert. We'll be right back. Thanks. All right, we're back. Our next guest is one of the most beloved television chefs of all time. She's also one of my favorites, and I'm thrilled she's here. Yeah, I'm glad she made it to the end of before the end of the show. She's always makes Italian, such delicious dishes. Please welcome back to the show our good friend Lidia Bastianich. Hello, my love.
Okay.
Nice to see you.
Pleasure.
Hey, but the magazine. This magazine's unbelievable. I never heard of a magazine with 75 recipes in it.
I want to give them something, not just pages.
Imagine this. Yeah. This is a new magazine. Lydia's got her own magazine. It's Lydia at Home, Italy at Home, and it has 75 recipes in it. So you don't need a cookbook. They're in here.
Just about.
And she brought one for everybody in the audience.
Good.
All right.
Okay.
So the family's good? Everybody's fine?
Everybody's fine.
You look beautiful.
Thank you for you.
Beautiful.
And for them.
So what are we going to make today?
Yeah, summer's coming. So some great Italian spare ribs. Everybody's doing spare ribs their way. So we're going to do it
Italian spare ribs?
Yes, yes. So we have some really roasted in the oven, getting them nice and with some vinegar in there. Okay. And we're going to put a little bit of honey. Just going to sort of, you're going to get them out of the oven for me.
Okay, I can do that.
Can you do that?
Sure can.
Okay.
All right.
You know, just a little bit of, yeah, here.
Yeah, ha, 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 ha. Spare ribs. Big spare ribs.
There you go. Lots of pepperoncino. Some white wine. And get me some vinegar. That bottle right there.
Right there.
Okay,
vinegar.
pour it in.
Yes, dear. Say when?
Yeah. No, you can put some more.
All right.
You know, the vinegar sort of, it's excellent when you cook, especially when you roast meats and all of that. It really sort of breaks the fat. It gives that sort of zest.
Does it evaporate as well?
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah. You need to cook it. You know, you need to give it time to evaporate. But wine and this, you make a good mix, as simple as that. And then we coat. Take the fork. I'm going to pour. You're going to turn.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Okay. All right. That's it. and a lot of peperoncino.
Yeah.
The honey, you know, the honey gives it, whenever you do roast or something, if you add a little honey, it sort of caramelizes real nice because sugars and proteins create that wonderful.
I like it. I don't usually use a lot of honey myself, but except in my tea, you know.
Just a little bit, and we'll put this back in the oven, and you want it nice and caramelized. I can put that.
I'll do.
You do? You go. Here.
I
you
do
go.
what I do.
All right. He's into
well,
it.
I don't want her to work. She's here to show us.
All right.
Yes.
Now the next a great salad. So I'll show you another little trick. Just now you're going home. You're going to do some cooking at home.
I'm going to cook like crazy.
Okay. Crushing garlic.
Right.
Okay, like that. And to impart the garlic flavor, do you do that? Do you do that?
Well, my aunt Frances does that.
Oh,
so
okay.
I know that. Yeah.
So and you'd be surprised how much that leaves flavor. Does it not?
Mm-hmm.
Now
and I like it because it gets on my hands.
So I like to leave it in there. Do you like to leave it in there?
Yes, I love garlic, please.
Okay, so some
like cologne.
arugula. Get the beans.
The beans. White cannellini beans, my favorite.
Delicious.
Right on top, all of them?
Yes, yeah. You like them? You put them right on top.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like them.
All right. Oh, that's nice. A little bit of onion. Put as much as you'd like.
Okay.
Okay, simple. Oil and vinegar. Get me a little salt.
A little salt,
okay, and very nice. A little bit of vinegar.
A little vinegar, I got it.
Yeah. Wow. I know you have a lot of chefs on your shows, but you're getting better and better.
I'm getting better. Yes, I think, you know. Thank you. Thank you.
Listen.
Coming from you, that's a big compliment.
Yeah. So, we'll toss it very nicely, and this makes a great summer. You know, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm going to do it because I use
With your hands. Yeah, I love it. I did that all
Look how nice that looks. You know what I mean? This is when I say to my kids, take a picture of that, send it to Italy, tell them that's how it's supposed to look like.
Good. Now you're going to open, this is our new rosé from our winery, you know, the Bastianich winery. Yeah. Now, let me just get that in. Now, okay. You know, people tell me a lot of times, Lydia, but you know, you cook with your hands, and I said, they like it. They like touching food with their hands.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Oh, I like it too. What are you kidding?
Okay, so now, a perfect summer meal. You have some caramelized spare ribs.
Oh, this is how they come out, huh?
This is how the spare ribs would come out.
You know how great this is? Because there's a lot of us, and we're all going to eat here today. There's a lot of us.
Okay. Let me get you...
oh, that's delicious, folks. That really is good. Oh!
Okay. Good stuff.
You don't mind if I lick my fingers? What the heck is that?
Here.
Oh, thank you.
You can
What is that?
That's a little zucchini with mint and a little bit of scallions.
Wow.
That's a great summer. So here you go. You put this in front of everybody. Then you finish off with a little bit of cake and grape cake, wine.
Looks like summer to me.
Isn't it good? And a little thing for so.
Well,
I think.
Lydia, you've been a great friend to the show and a great friend to me, and we all appreciate it.
Okay.
We love you very much.
Okay, well, I'm looking forward to the next project.
Saludos. For this recipe, go to TonyDanza.com and be sure to pick up a copy of Lydia's Family Table and Lydia's new magazine, Lydia Italy at Home. Thank you so much, my love.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.
At the Grand Hyatt, New York, boasting luxurious accommodations with a completely renovated, sophisticated decor. Located in the exciting heart of Midtown Manhattan on Park Avenue, just steps from shopping, theater, and more. The Grand Hyatt, New York.
All right, we're back with our final schoolroom makeover project with Samsung and Microsoft's Hope for Education program. You know, we've done a bunch of these, and I've met so many wonderful kids and teachers across the country. Gives me hope for the future. Our last makeover comes to us from Newark, New Jersey, where a high school debate coach is working hard to try to give his students the opportunity to become leaders of tomorrow. Take a look.
Dear Tony, I am writing you this letter to tell you about a really special group of students here at Science High School in Newark, New Jersey. Our high school is located in a neighborhood where people struggle, but it is filled with some of the hardest working kids you'll ever meet. And while many kids only care about what's cool, our kids work their hearts out and have an award-winning debate team. We have an incredible debate teacher named Mr. Jonathan Alston, who works around the clock to give the students something to believe in. I have seen him turn troubled students into champion debaters who even earn college scholarships. His drive and passion for history is contagious, and the students just love him. They leave his classroom with a better understanding of the world and a desire to succeed.
Mr. Austin is a very great coach. He's helped me grow a lot as a person.
Mr. Austin has taught me more about life than any other person. You can go to Mr. Austin for advice. You can go to him for any problems you have, even if he's not your teacher. He's just a great figure to have around the school. He's like a friend to us more than anything, I think.
It saddens me that with all this hard work, the school cannot afford to give Mr. Austin the tools he needs. If our debate team had resources like other schools, who knows how many more students' lives we could change. Tony, if there is anything you can do to help me give back to Mr. Austin and the kids, I would be so grateful.
Mr. Austin is not only a debate coach and a great teacher, but he's like a father figure as well. Being from an urban area or being a minority, Mr. Austin has taught us that in all things, we can be whoever we want to be. The sky is the limit. And with Mr. Austin's presence, confidence, and assurance, that in itself is a great thing that I can follow.
Yes, that was the principal of the school who wrote the letter. And here's how we spent our day at Science High School in Newark. Take a look.
Hey, Tony, it's me, Mark Montano. We're in Newark, New Jersey at Science High School, where the debate room is in serious need of some work. I've got some amazing things planned, so stay tuned. When I first walked into the room, my impression was that I didn't understand how kids could concentrate in a room that looked so old and disheveled. Since this is a debate room, I thought, what better theme than the United Nations, where world topics are discussed all the time? Why not create a mini United Nations within this school? I decided to choose two very serious colors, a nice burgundy and a light gray, and stripe the room all the way around to give it height and some dimension. Tony, nothing says United Nations and debate room like flags from all over the world. We're adding some terrific and very necessary bookshelves, and we've got so many great surprises to fill this room up and make it into the debate room of the century.
Well, here we are in Newark, New Jersey at Science High School, and I haven't been in Newark since my fighting career, a long time before they had the debating team here at Science High School. I want to introduce you to the principal, Christina Taylor. Nice to meet you, Christina. And Jonathan Alston, the debate team teacher. What else do you teach here, sir?
I teach English as well.
Teach English as well. All right. What do you get out of debate?
One of the things that you get from debate most is the ability to think critically, to define the world for yourself. Kids gain confidence, independence. They feel that they have the ability to own information. They can listen to things, think critically, and become leaders.
I'm excited about meeting the kids, and I'm really thrilled to be here and meet you guys. It's exciting. So, shall we go inside? Let's go.
I am so excited to present to you Mr. Tony Danza.
Never had a warmer welcome. That's great. A band. Mr. Alston, could you come up and stand with me here? You know, you all know his history. He was a student here, and now he's back here teaching. I think that's an amazing an attempt at giving something back. Went to Yale, huh? Yeah, I can't even get near Yale. You guys have hopes on going to that kind of a school? That's wonderful. You know, one of the things that we've been trying to do with the show and this program that we've been doing is to try to get companies like Samsung to get involved in supporting public education, because they know that if they don't, they're not going to have an educated, competitive workforce, and they're also not going to have customers to buy their products. We wanted to do something special, so we got a bunch of stuff, and let's go down and take a look. What do you say? All right? Okay. Thanks a lot, everybody. Here we go. Come on in. Whoa! Ready to rock. Yeah, let's start over here. So everybody's got travel bags, right? These are from e-bags. I know you guys do a lot of traveling. From cafepress.com. Here we got T-shirts and hats here. Latest rock. You know, I know you guys carry a lot of stuff around, so we got you some hand trucks. You know, there's a laser printer, Microsoft Windows, cameras, and we get you a podium, right? Hey, we can have a debate without a podium. We got a new scoreboard for you. This is from BRG Precision, by the way. This is a portal, a scholastic portal that has over 100,000 research articles. And they're going to do the whole school, not just for the debate. Yeah. Technology is the biggest thing, but but books still work, right? So they're all books about government and world affairs, and they come from HarperCollins, Viking, Penguin, and Scholastic. We got cameras to shoot the debates, right? You got to see it. You got to actually see the debate somehow. So that's Samsung. You know, you got your 50-inch TV, DVD player, the surround sound system. Not bad, huh? And it's all from Samsung, Hope for Education. There you are. You know, this tapestry up here. That's justpillows.com. Just Pillows. See, you can find a way to help educate you, even if you're just a pillow. It's unbelievable. Great. Now, I think we're actually going to do a little debating. Am I right? Yes. Oh. All right, let's sit down and go to work. I love this.
I'm not saying that we need to be extraordinarily rendering every person we think is a subject. All I'm saying is that when the case arises, we will need to use it.
Good.
Why would you charge them as adults in the adult court system?
Well, in the adult court system, they take into account these mitigating factors like competency, age, social circumstances. So it's not like they have a disadvantage in the court system. They're still going to be given like a fair chance.
Oh, I'm confused.
The question is not whether Guantanamo Bay is good or not, but what are the alternatives?
America's special. America's really special. It's that beacon on the hill. It stands for something, and unfortunately, Guantanamo takes away from what it stands for. I win. No, that was great, man. Thank you very much. I'm thrilled to be part of this. I mean it. I hope that the stuff helps you. I hope, Mr. Olson, that you'll continue to be, 14 years you've been here. I hope you have a very long career, because a lot of kids need teachers like you. Sometimes I am a little, I'm not depressed, but I worry a little bit about the future. And then I see you guys, and I feel a little bit better today. Thank you very much. Great. Thanks to Dave. Thanks to designer. Thank you to, hang on, folks. Thank you to designer Mark Montano, to Samsung, to Microsoft, Home Depot, Scholastic, Hand Trucks Are Us, CafePress.com, JustPillows.com, EatBags.com, and BRG Precision Products. If you want to know more information on how your school can win technology for go to HopeForEducation.com. Now, let me introduce you to Jonathan Alston of T-Chicks. Would you stand up, sir? This is Tina Taylor. Tina, don't be crying on me. Don't be crying. This is our principal, Randy Mitchell, and Brent Ferrand, who started it. So what'd you think, all right?
Oh, thanks. I mean, our school completely loves everything.
Here's the thing that I like about debate, folks. They have to learn. They have to come up with a cogent argument for both sides, not just one.
True.
That's what we have to do. Listen, Mr. Olson, I wish you the best. Keep up the good work, folks, all right? I love you.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.
This segment is brought to you by Samsung Electronics and Microsoft Corporation to build awareness for the Hope for Education program.
You know, we've been looking back at, oh, by the way, the producer on all the schoolroom makeovers is Stacy Rader, and she just did a great job. I just want to, okay, we've been looking back over the show at some of my favorite moments. Well, one of my favorite moments happened last week with Regis Philbin, my friend and my pal and my mentor. I'd just love to show it again because I want to. Let's see it. paper sticks to the wall.
Like the seashore clings to the sea.
Like you never get rid of your shadow, Reach. You'll never get rid of me.
Let all the fathers fight and fuss.
Whatever happens, we've got us.
Me.
We're closer than pages that stick in a book. We're closer than ripples that play in a brook. Wherever you find him, you'll find me. Just look. Closer than a miser or a bloodhound to Liza, me.
We're closer than smog when it clings to L.A. We're closer than Bobby is to JFK. Not a soul can bust this team in two. We stick together like glue. And when it's sleeping time,
that's when we rise.
We start to sing.
Swing to the sky.
Our clocks don't chime.
What a surprise. They ring. A ding ding, a happy new year. And now to repeat what I said at the start. They'll need a big crowbar to break us apart. We're alone but far from blue. Before we get finished, we'll make the town roar. We'll make all the late spots and then a few more.
We'll wind up at Chili's right after Good Shore.
Life is gonna be wee wow wee. Here comes the party for my shadow and me. Hey, Reach.
What is it, Tony?
Well, could you do me a favor?
What do you want now?
Well, could you take it just one more time?
From the top?
No, from the ending.
Oh, that's easy. All right, fine.
And while we are swinging, to mention a few, we'll drop in a Patsy's and Albella's too. But wind up together, whatever we do, life is gonna be wee wow wee wow for my shadow and me. Thank you. That's the old Sammy Davis, Frank Sinatra, me and my shadow. We'll be right back. I want to thank my guests, Tim Russert and Lidia Bastianich, and the great people from Science High. This is Nadia DiGello. Studio audience, you've been wonderful. Thank you. Oh, the extravaganza board is up to $610. It's almost how much it costs to ship it. Hey, ready? Here we are. Here we go. Hey, drink up, all you people. Order anything you see and have fun, you happy people. The drinks and the laughs are on me. Try to think that love's not around. I'll see you tomorrow, folks. Bye-bye. Till it's uncomfortable in here.